George Washington. Learn English through historical stories about U.S. presidents. Improve English. The story consists of 3 parts. Part 1, From Farm Boy to Founding Father. Part 2, Forging a Nation. Part 3, Legacy and Reflections. Part 1, From Farm Boy to Founding Father. Chapter 1, Born of the Earth. Long before he became a legend, George Washington was simply a boy of the land, barefoot, quiet, and observant. Born on February 22, 1732, in Westmoreland County, Virginia, George entered a world of hard soil and harder expectations. He wasn't born into riches or nobility, but into a planter family navigating the rough tides of colonial life. His father, Augustine Washington, was a respected planter and justice of the peace. His mother, Mary Ball Washington, was fiercely independent, pious, and known for her unyielding strength. When George was just 11, his father passed away. The dreams of a classical English education faded with that loss. What remained was the field, the forge, and a future built not on inheritance, but intention. George learned discipline on the farm. He surveyed land, rode horses, and read what books he could find. He copied out rules of civility and decent behavior, a list of 110 moral maxims by hand, etched into memory and later into manner. These early years shaped not just a man, but a moral compass that would guide a nation. Chapter 2, The Surveyor's Eye. At 16, Washington began his career as a surveyor. While others his age were chasing leisure, George was charting wilderness. He mapped forests and valleys across Virginia's western frontier, learning to read both the land and the people who moved through it. He slept under stars and earned respect from settlers and soldiers alike. But his ambitions didn't end at maps. In 1753, at just 21 years old, Washington was chosen by the colony of Virginia to deliver a message to the French in the Ohio Valley. It was a diplomatic mission into hostile terrain. His courage and the detailed journal he kept caught the attention of British commanders. The next year, the young Virginian found himself on the front lines of a global conflict. Chapter 3, Baptism by Fire. The French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763, was Washington's crucible. Though technically a colonial officer, he saw more action than many British generals. He survived ambushes, skirmishes, and deadly retreats. At the Battle of Monongahela, bullets tore through his coat. Horses were shot beneath him. He never flinched. He learned harsh lessons: how arrogance leads to defeat, how fear cripples leadership, and how calm saves lives. Though he never achieved the full rank he hoped for in the British Army, Washington left the war seasoned. He was respected, if not fully recognized. But most importantly, he had seen how imperial command could ignore colonial needs, and how loyalty could be taken for granted. Seeds were planted, seeds that would grow. Chapter 4, A Quiet Life That Wouldn't Last. In 1715, Washington married Martha Custis, a wealthy widow with 2 children. With this union came not just affection, but also Mount Vernon, his beloved plantation along the Potomac River. He hoped for a life of farming, family, and community. He managed his estate with rigor. He raised stepchildren with care. He oversaw construction, crop rotation, and civic duties. His stature in Virginia society rose steadily, and by 1774, he was elected as a delegate to the First Continental Congress. He didn't speak often in the halls of power, but when he did, men listened. Chapter 5, The Drumbeat of Revolution. By the mid-1770s, tensions between the American colonies and Britain had reached a boiling point.